everyone, it's Tatiana here for Tutu Talk, and today I'm going to show you how to make your very own headband to wear to dance. And you are going to need some scissors, a measuring tape. I have different pieces of lace, ribbon, leather, little metal studs, a needle and thread, and yeah. So first I'm taking any kind of headband that I already have and measuring around it, and it's about 14 inches, and then I cut my ribbon to be that length, and I know it says 12 inches and I cut it too short, and that was my fault and I was being stupid. Okay, so cut your ribbon, and yeah, cut your ribbon. I need to learn how to cut my ribbon faster. And just lay it flat on your table or whatever you happen to be using, and put your decoration on top. I decided to use lace, and remember, this is totally customizable, so you can do it however you want. And just begin sewing all the way across, sewing the lace to the ribbon like so. So I know this is messy stitching, but that was kind of the idea. I wasn't trying to make it look wonderful. And don't forget to tie a knot at the end and snip it. And then once you have that out, I decided to look for some studs that I wanted to use, and I had these little rhinestones, and I had just some silver ones and then some green ones, and I alternated with which one was going where. So there you see me putting on silver one. Make sure you push the prongs back so they don't get stuck in your head, because that would really, really hurt. But obviously you don't have to use rhinestones unless you want to. You can glue stuff on, like feathers or more lace or whatever. This is just an example of what you could do using some things that I had around the house. So I alternated making a little zigzaggy pattern with my rhinestones, and now I'm taking my needle and thread and making a little flower out of the lace. And you do that by stitching along the bottom of the lace, pulling it all tight so it's all wrinkly, and feathering it out so it looks like a flower. And then you just sew the ends of that together and stick it on the headband. It's actually kind of like really simple. So while I'm doing that and going extremely out of focus, you just want to note that you might want to try to make it a little bit neater than mine is, because mine has a bunch of loops in it, and you don't want to have to cut that off because that might kind of ruin the flower. But make sure you tie a knot in it again, maybe 2 knots, maybe 5 knots, however many you feel comfortable with, and then snip off all the excess. And now here is the most important part. I'm taking my hair elastic, which I forgot to say in the beginning. By the way, you need a hair elastic. And tying my lace for the end of the headband to the elastic. And yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. But this is really important because you want it to be elasticy and stretch around your head. As I said before, this headband ended up being too short, so I just extended it by adding some extra little strips of lace. So it's never really a lost cause. If all turns out terribly, you can just turn it into a bracelet or something. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. That's how I make a little headband. I've made a bunch of these, and they are so much fun to make and super easy too.